Hello everyone, myself Vishal sir. Today we are going to learn about solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. In part first, we seen about matter. We know that anything which has mass and occupied space is known as matter. We seen the examples also. Chair, pen, water, air. These all are what? Example of matters. In part second, we see Brownian motion, nature of matter, these things. Now we are going to learn about solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. These are types of matter. On our left hand side, some properties as mentioned like volume, diffusion, compressibility, rigidity or fluidity, density, shape, kinetic energy of particle at a given temperature, interparticle space, interparticle force of attraction, intermolecular forces, and last one, arrangement of molecules. These are the properties. On the basis of these properties, we are going to try to know that what is solids, what is gas, what is liquids. So, with the help of this chart or table, we are going to differentiate or we are going to know about solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So first property is volume. We know that definition of solid is the substance which having definite shape and definite volume. Obviously it having definite mass also. That substance is known as solid state. It means that the substance present in the solid state. So we, according to this definition, we can say that solids having definite volume. Liquids also. What is the definition of liquids? Definite shape, sorry, definite volume but not definite shape. So solids having also definite shape. But the third one, that is gaseous state, the definition of gaseous state is it don't have definite shape and definite volume. So the property volume is not definite for the gases. For solid state it is definite, liquid state it is also definite, but gaseous it's not definite. Means fixed volume is there. We know that. Now second property is diffusion. Diffusion in solid state solids can diffuse into liquids. We know that ice can be diffused into the liquid state, that is water. In liquid diffusion, the property diffusion is higher than solid. In solid, diffusion happens very less amount. Okay, but in liquids, diffusion is higher than solid. But in case of gaseous state, this diffusion is is high than solids and liquids. Why this diffusion is high? Because less force of attraction between the molecules of gases. In solids, these particles of the solids are tightly packed with each other. Due to this only the diffusion not happens as much solid state or liquid state. I hope that you understood the second property. Now third property is compressibility. As I told that in solid state, the particles of solid states are tightly packed. They don't have space between, a negligible space between them. So compressibility is not happens there. But in case of liquid, there is very small compressibility is happens there due to the small piece present in the liquid state. While we are adding sugar into the water, the without rising the level of water, this sugar dissolved it. Why? Due to the space present between in the liquids. Okay. And in gaseous, compressibility is high. The molecules of the gases are far apart from each others. So due to this reason, this compressibility, we can compress the gas very highly. Now the fourth property, that is rigidity or fluidity. In solid, we know that the particles are tightly packed, so they are tightly attached. The force of attraction is more in the solids, so they can't flow, they cannot flow. But in case of liquids, they are less rigid. They are what? Less rigid and can flow easily. The particles of the liquids are not tightly packed. Okay, due to this reason they can flow, and they can flow very they can flow easily. But in case of gases, the particles of gases are not tightly packed. The force of attraction is very less, so the gases no rigidity and can flow most easily. It means that if the rigidity is high, it means particles or that state will not flow. Okay, rigidity is high, fluidity will be not happen there. It means less rigidity, flow is somewhat less, and high rigidity is there, it means it can easily flow. Now the fifth property, that is density. In solid, the density of solids, we know that that is high density, and after that in liquid it is moderate density, and gases having a low density. So the density, we know that mass upon volume, the density is mass upon volume, and in this way we can calculate the density. So next property is shape. Next property is what? Shape. Shape of solids are definite shape. We know that. Why the definite shape having to the solids? Because of the reason more force of attraction, and the molecules of the solids are tightly packed with each others. But in case of liquid, it not happens like solids. Why? We know the reasons are same, that molecules are not tightly packed with each others, and force of attraction is less. Due to this reason, they occupies the space of container. So we can say that they do not have definite shape. Gases also same, they do not have a definite shape. Now next property, that is kinetic energy of particle at a given temperature. Solids having very least, means low, very less energy, that is kinetic energy. Okay, in liquids higher than solids, and in gaseous maximum energy. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature. We know that if the temperature increases, kinetic energy also increases. Temperature decreases, kinetic energy decreases. interparticular particle space. In solid, we know, as I told now only, in solids the particles of solids are tightly packed with each others. Due to this reason, interparticular particle space is least. But in case of liquids, there is lesser than solid, and in case of gases, more than others. It means solids and liquids. Now, the ninth one property, that is interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction means capacity of holding of the particles. The capacity of holding particles in solid state is very strong. They are tightly packed. Why they are tightly packed? Because of interparticle force of attraction. But in case of liquid state, this force of attraction is less than solid. But in case of gaseous, it is very weak. So they don't have definite shape. The third property, intermolecular forces. Now I told the now I said that strong enough to hold the constituent particles in a fixed proportion. It means intermolecular forces are strong, so strong to constituent particles in a fixed positions. In case of liquids, strong enough to hold the constituent particles in aggregation within the bulk but not in fixed position. In bulk, they are strong enough to hold the particles. Okay. So due to this reason only, they don't have fixed shape. In case of gases, extremely low, intermolecular forces are very low, so that the constituent particles are free. The particles of air or gases are too much free than liquids, than solids. So particles are free to move in a constituent random motion, not in uniformly motion. They can move randomly. We know that. The last one property, that is arrangement of molecules. In solid state, packed in definite pattern, so they possess a definite geometry. Geometry means here shape. Okay. Why the shapes are regular shapes for the solid state? The reason behind it is they are arranged in a uniformly. Uniformly means uniqueness is there, not randomly not arranged, that particles of solids. Due to this reason only, this having the solids having fixed geometry. In case of liquids, they are packed weakly. They are, due to force of attraction, they packed weakly to comparison to solids, shape not fixed. Comparison with the solids, their shapes are not fixed, and they are not regularly packed, okay, or uniformly packed. Due to this reason only, they don't have a definite shape. And in case of gases, packed very poorly, so they fill the container no definite shape. I hope that you understood the all properties, that is volume. Once again I am repeating it. Volume for the solids, it is definite. Liquids definite. In gaseous, not definite. Diffusion, in solid can diffuse into liquids, or it diffuse in a very small amount, or in liquids diffusion is higher than solid. Highly in gases, Highly diffusion as particle moves randomly at speeds. Third property is compressibility. Solids are negligible, liquids are negligible, and gases can compress high. Rigidity or fluidity, very rigid in solid and cannot flow, and liquids less rigid and can flow easily, and gases no rigidity and can flow most easily. Fifth property is density. Density of solid is high, liquid is moderate having density, and gases having low density. Shape of the solid is definite shape. Shape of the liquid contains container shapes. Gases also do not have fixed shape. Seventh one, kinetic energy or particles at a given temperature. So the solids having least energy, liquids having higher than solids, and gases having maximum energy. Eighth one property is interparticle space. Least in solid, it means they don't have space in between the particles, and in liquids there is lesser space than solids, and in gaseous more than others. It means the space is more in between gaseous particles is more than solid and liquids. Ninth one property is particle interparticle force of attraction is very strong in solid, and liquids very somewhat less than solids, that is less strong, and in gases very weak. The 10th one property is intermolecular forces, strength enough to hold the constituent particle in fixed position, it is for the solid. For liquid, strong enough to hold the constituent particle in aggregation with the bulk but not in fixed proportion position, and for the gases extremely low so that the constituent particle are free to move in a constituent random motion. And the last one is arrangement of molecules. In the solids, they are arranged in a regular form. Due to this reason, they are having a definite shape. In liquids, randomly arranged, so they don't have definite shape. In gases, also the same. So they are not packed strongly, so packed very poorly, so they fill the container, no definite shape for it is for the gases. I hope that you understood this differentiation between solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. So we will stop it here. Have a thank you and have a nice day.